After severe weather moved through the area, Abbott announced the pause in production after heavy rainfall overwhelmed the stormwater system, resulting in major flooding at that plant. The company has stopped production of its L-Care specialty formula in order to clean and re-sanitize the plant, and it will consult with the FDA about testing to ensure the plant is safe enough to resume production. Abbott says the entire process will likely take a few weeks, but say they still have enough product to meet the demand. Also new this morning on our Fast Track, concerns are growing over reports that 2 Americans are missing and may have been captured by the Russians on the battlefield in Ukraine. Both men are U.S. military veterans. Andy Nine served in the Marines and Alexander Druki served in the Iraq War. Fellow soldiers say they were volunteering with a unit of foreign fighters in the Ukrainian army when they went missing amid a fierce battle near the Russian border. The January 6th committee is releasing new footage from the day before the Capitol riot. It appears to show Republican Representative Barry Loudermilk giving a tour of the Capitol to a man the committee says would march on that building the next day. Loudermilk says there was nothing out of the ordinary about that tour and denies any wrongdoing, saying that no Republicans gave reconnaissance tours and any narrative of those claims is false. 6:53 now on your Thursday morning. Let's get a check of that Fast Track forecast. Hold your hats when you head outside, Lisa.
Yeah, another windy one here today. We are checking in on those wind speeds and gusts here in the valley. Most of us reporting steady speeds out of the west in the teens and 20s, with gusts that in some locations are getting into the 30 to 40 mile per hour range. We're at 28 miles per hour in Devil's Lake, over toward Baudette, a gust to 32 miles per hour. Southern Valley, Fergus Falls, 32 mile per hour gust as well, and 30 over in Jamestown. So some windy weather here this morning. Expect this to continue as the day continues. And we're looking at some sunnier skies out there in the Devil's Lake Basin here to start off, but you can see our camera shaking there at home of Economy in Devil's Lake. Our temperatures 50s and 60s. It's 59 in Fargo and Grand Forks. Devil's Lake a little cooler at 55. We have had a couple of showers passing through overnight. We may see 1 or 2 spotty sprinkles underneath any clouds that develop here for today. Let's talk about our planner. Expect to see temperatures on the rise. We'll get back into some mid-70s rather, and winds that stay strong, more northwesterly again. And here's a look at that wind gust forecast. They'll be coming down. We could still see some 40s this morning, but as we head into the drive time hour tonight around 5 o'clock, it'll be more around 30 miles per hour. Still windy, but not as intense. So easing from there and looking at improving conditions as we move into the nighttime hours here for us tonight. A reminder, of course, that heat wave still on its way for the weekend.
So if you can handle the wind, today is the day for the yard work because you shouldn't overheat in this.
Right. It's so much more comfortable out there today. Even tomorrow in the morning hours, it might be a good time as well. But once we get into Saturday, might want to find and stay in some air conditioning if you can.
Yeah, the oven gets turned on. All right, Lisa, thank you this morning. As she mentioned, things are heating up this weekend and people will be heading to the lake to cool off. The drowning death of a 21-year-old man last week on Detroit Lake serves as a stark safety reminder, though, before we get on the boat. The Valley Today's JC Dodd joins us live this morning in Detroit Lakes with a reminder on how to stay safe while still having some fun. Good morning, JC.
Good morning, Jordan. Yes, we have gotten rid of most of the clouds. We've got the sun peeking out here in Detroit Lakes. We're talking all things water and boating safety here in Becker County. And joining me live is Becker County Sheriff Todd Glander. Now tell me, it's a beautiful morning now. It's warming up now that the sun is finally peeking through. We had a few sprinkles on us, but we're talking all things boating safety.
Right. And as you can see, we're all wearing our life jackets. That's first and foremost, number one. But we don't have any other boats out on the water, at least in this area, but it's important to boat smart, boat safely. And, you know, right now the weather's clearing up, so that's a good thing.
Absolutely. Now, with this weekend coming, we expect a lot of people are going to be heading to the lake to cool off with these triple digits. What are your kind of big points you want to get across before people head out to Lakes Country?
Yeah, you know, with a lot of people going out, plan ahead. You know, the launches are going to be busy. It's important to plan ahead, and when you're at the launch, be courteous. Everybody's trying to do the same thing, and you know, take your turns and do your boat checks, do your safety checks, you know, before you get there or while you're getting ready to launch. Just make sure you have everything ready to go.
Stay safe, stay hydrated, make sure you have all of the things that you need before heading out to the boat because you don't want to be caught unprepared.
Absolutely. Again, we go to the 5 rules: life jackets, stay sober, boat smart, watch the weather, and tell a friend.
And make sure you bring everything that you left or you brought with you. Take it back to the shore. You don't want to leave any trash or anything on these beautiful lakes. You have a beautiful sunrise morning here in Detroit Lakes, so stay safe if you're heading out to Lakes Country this weekend.
It is a beautiful view, though, this morning. JC Dodd reporting in Detroit Lakes this morning. Thank you. 6:57 now. Authorities say 47 cats were rescued from a vehicle that was parked in sweltering heat at a southeastern Minnesota rest area. Here's a picture. The cats were discovered Tuesday about 50 miles north of Minneapolis and were living in the car with their owner, who recently became homeless but didn't want to leave the animals behind. The Animal Humane Society investigator says the owner recognized the heat made it impossible to care for the cats and welcomed the help. Authorities say a Canadian bicyclist who was raising money for his granddaughter's kidney transplant with a long-distance ride has died from injuries suffered when he was hit by a truck driver in South Dakota. Jean-Pierre Petit of Winnipeg was hit from behind by the cargo truck last Thursday while riding on the shoulder of Interstate 29. Fargo police are pointing to 2 high-call areas in the downtown region. They say within the last month they have responded to more than 600 calls at the intersection of 4th and Broadway and the Matt Bus station. They've often involved thefts and assault, and they involve people who drank too much. Starting today, though, speaking of the downtown area, traffic on Northern Pacific Avenue will be reduced to 1 lane in each direction between Robert Street and Broadway. The lane closure will allow water main repairs to be completed. That road is expected to reopen by the end of the day. Another construction alert out there. Maintenance is being done on a major road. We're talking the Interstate 94 west exit ramp at the Tri-Level in Fargo. It will be temporarily closed. The work will happen overnight from 10 tonight until 4 on Friday morning. Well, check out this story. Staffing shortages and skyrocketing upfront costs has one group of California business owners putting fresh meat in a vending machine. Think of the machine like a big temperature-controlled fridge. The meat is ground fresh and then vacuum sealed in their shop. Customers at the Sacramento shop then use a touch screen to pick out what they want. They swipe a card and they leave with their meat. The owners say it's designed for after-hours purchases, but it can be used for quick convenience as well. They want other small businesses to use it as a model for competing with the big 24/7 chains. The Today Show and CBS Mornings are just about to start, but the Valley Today rolls on. We have more live up-to-the-minute news and weather coming up for you on the Fargo CW. That's where Lisa Green is tracking the wind we have today, plus the extreme heat blowing in for the weekend. Otherwise, have a safe Thursday. We'll see you back here tomorrow morning.